This is a 2025 Mini Cooper S 4-door. But it's not just any Mini Cooper S 4-door. This one has iconic trim with the JCW package. But it's not just cosmetics that you get with this package. There's a lot more going on here than meets the eye. Now this car is finished in midnight black and has these beautiful 17-inch wheels. Now there's part of the clue, and we'll get to that in a bit. As part of the JCW package, you also get this beautiful new JCW body kit, which is finished in gloss black, and it goes all the way around. The rear apron, the front apron, and side skirts are all in this glossy black, including the wheel arches. When you go to the inside of the vehicle, you are greeted by the JCW interior. Full JCW interior with power seats and memory function, JCW door sills, and if you go inside the car, you are also greeted by the JCW dash. And I love the look of that, so we'll get to that in a bit. But you also have this beautiful steering wheel with the JCW logo down here and a special lower fabric spoke in that coloring as well. So what is so special about this car that it goes beyond just cosmetics? Well, let's get back to those wheels for a second. Look what's behind them. Yes, those are not the standard Cooper S brakes. Those are JCW brakes. And yes, that is a JCW caliper. Now, they are a little bit different than the JCW calipers you're going to get on the factory JCW when it arrives. But this car is equipped with bigger brakes and a bigger caliper. But what else? Well, I mentioned that interior. This is a unique thing with the newer cars. They all, for the most part, have this same seat. These are the JCW seats, even if they're finished in a different material. But in the JCW spec vehicles, you get the actual JCW material, the leather, the fabric, the emblems, the red stripe, everything. You get the same treatment on the dash. This beautiful black with red accent pattern here going across. You get the same thing with the JCW steering wheel, which is beautiful. I really like this with this kind of golf ball surface material right here. And because it's a 4-door, you also get a back seat with more of that beautiful interior material. You also get the new rear spoiler, which is quite aggressive, and I really like these details. I almost would love to see a red line right here. I think that would just be really, really cool. And I think Mini is working on an accessory like that, but I also think my vinyl guy could do something like that as well. Very cool looking. Now you get to the rear apron. Now, yes, on the Cooper S, there is no exhaust tip. If you go aftermarket exhaust, there are a few out there right now that have been made that require you to cut a hole here and put an exhaust pipe right through. So there are aftermarket exhaust kits that will give you a center exit exhaust on these cars. The look is still really aggressive. That rear diffuser is very, very nice. Plus the center reverse light, I like that. Now you don't have them up here. Now, yes, those are the new taillights, and they're very dramatic and they're very polarizing for a lot of people out there. But they really do work. They work very well, and on a black car like this one, it fits. The overall aesthetic looks very, very nice. Now these new 17-inch wheels, these are the Sprint spoke wheels. They are 17-inch, obviously, with a much taller tire, 215/45/17 instead of 205 this time. I really like them. I'm not usually a fan of directional wheels, but they look really, really good. And if you want to upgrade to an 18-inch wheel, they do have them. They have the 18-inch lap spoke wheels. But from there, we go down to a brand new side skirt for the JCW, which has this nice kick up right here, and then kind of tapers off toward the front. We have gloss black trim all the way around now. Not plastic, not this matte plastic, it's actually gloss black. And it comes around to this very, very nice front grille with these front vents. And if you look closely, these vents are functional, as you can see, and they will pop open at certain speeds. So you got that. You also have the new JCW grille with the new JCW badging, and you have the new headlights with the LED accents along with the new projector beam. So very, very nice look overall. Now I would imagine on the JCW, one of these front vents is going to be open, or possibly both. Now, reminiscent of the Carbon Edition, if any of you remember that vehicle, the dealership added these matte black with red pinstripe stripes on the front and even on the back. Looks really, really sharp, really gives the car a aggressive look. Now, as I've mentioned, this car is full of surprises, but let's start with the engine. You have a 201 horsepower, 221 torque, B48, 4-cylinder turbo motor. They brought back the B48. Before we had the B46, but now we got the B48 back, and it's even available in the Cooper, so there's that. You got a new front brace here in this shiny aluminum. That's because they've redesigned the whole front end of the car, and they had to make a few changes here. You also can get dynamic dampers. Now, they are mechanical dynamic dampers and not electronic, so if you chose to install coilovers on these cars, you can do that with very little problems. In fact, minimal problems. In fact, no problems. You could install coilovers on this if you wanted to. You could do the JCW Pro coilovers. They will fit. I have asked. So there you go. But what is with that engine that makes this so special, and why do I think this is just really, really cool? Well, it gets to the steering wheel. And yes, we've already shown you the steering wheel, but this is the only Cooper S in the US market with paddle shifters. So you got your paddle shifters right here, but you also have something else. If you look on this paddle, it says boost. Now, I've been told this, when you hold it down, will increase power for about 10 seconds. Think of it as a launch mode in a way. So put it in go-kart mode, press that and have fun with it. So there's that. I'm looking forward to testing this out today because yes, I will be driving this car. So I'm gonna get the camera set up to do that, but overall, nice interior as always. Got the lovely little center screen right there. Got all this nice stuff in here. Got my place to charge my phone. Got a little bin right here to store things in. I think it's big enough to put my sunglasses in there too. In fact, let's check. Yes, it is big enough to stick my sunglasses. And it has USB-C charging down here for those of us who use Android or the newest iPhone. So there's that. Plus, there's also this. This will allow you to get into your car. This is your digital key. And you can actually hold it up to the door and it will let you in. Now, this also has a new comfort access. So unlike the old cars where you come up, put your finger on here to push a button to open it, this one you just reach the door handle and it unlocks it. To lock it, and there you go. So now let's go drive it. Okay, we're gonna try out the boost function now. Holy! Oh my God, that was like a video game. I gotta do that again. Oh, there's manual mode, perfect. And the only thing I can't do with a DCT transmission is I can't rev it at a traffic light because the car will start rolling forward. So that's one drawback. But there's a few other things going on with this car that make it even more fun. That boost mode is, that's exciting. I like the brakes. I don't like the minivan in front of me. Hey, Sammer, I owe you 2 extra miles on this car because I couldn't get over to the exit I needed to get onto in order to get back. This thing is quick. I love this. This is awesome. If this is going to be what the JCW is like, I may have to get one. But now I really need to get this back to the dealership. I know Sammer is waiting for this car, but wow, this thing is incredible. And now I know how the boost works. That is an incredible feature. That's actually really fun. It's like a video game almost. But I really, really like this car. In go-kart mode, it just opens it up. And the aesthetics, the JCW package, looks really good on this. But on top of that, Harman Kardon sound system, and you get the bigger brakes, which makes this whole package even better. This is just a fantastic car. And the fact that you can manually shift it with the paddles just adds a whole nother level to this vehicle. I really like this. I think Mini did a great job with this one. Finally, they bring us a 4-door with the JCW package, and it's a real JCW package. There's an interior, there's an exterior, there's a boost function, there's paddle shifters, there's brakes. It has everything to make this car even better than it already is. It's a great car. This just adds a whole nother level to it, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. But now I need to put this car back before I get myself in trouble. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you see, check out more content on this channel at the end of this video. I wonder what would happen if I hold the boost function. Oh my God. I like it. I want one.